Good evening, dear one. This is Tara. I'm so grateful that you've arrived here tonight. Before we begin, find a place where you can truly rest, a quiet corner where the world can fade away, and your breath can begin to guide you back to yourself. Take a slow, deep breath in through your nose. Hold it for a moment, and now let it go softly through your mouth. Again, breathe in peace. Breathe out the day. Tonight, we'll travel together through a stream of ancient words. They come from the Dhammapada, a collection of the Buddha's verses that flow like moonlight through the mind, washing away confusion, revealing what is simple, clear, and true. The verses we will explore, Numbers 9 to 14, speak of purity, truth, and mindfulness. They teach us how to live not by appearance, but by essence, not by what we show, but by what we are. But before we begin our stories, I want you to pause, just for a moment. Notice the rhythm of your own breath. It is the most faithful companion you have ever had. Since the moment of your birth, it has never left you, not once. Let it cradle you now. Feel the cool air entering your nose, the warmth leaving your body as you exhale. In this breath lies the door to peace. You don't have to go anywhere. You only need to arrive here now. The Buddha once said that truth is not something to be achieved, but remembered. It's already here, buried under layers of noise and memory. The stories you'll hear tonight are not just tales of others long gone. They are mirrors. Each character, each moment, is a reflection of your own journey, from restlessness to stillness, from illusion to understanding. I often imagine the Buddha sitting beneath the Bodhi tree, not as a figure of perfection, but as a human being who simply refused to turn away from his suffering. He sat there beneath the whispering leaves and faced himself completely. He did not escape his pain. He transformed it into light. And that is the path he left for us. Not a religion of rules, but a path of awareness, courage, and compassion. So tonight, as you lie in your quiet space, imagine that tree above you, its roots reaching deep into the earth, its branches spreading into the sky. You are both grounded and infinite. Every breath connects your body to the earth and your awareness to the sky. You are safe here between them. If your mind wanders, and it will let it, and when you notice that it has drifted, gently guide it back to the breath. Do not scold yourself. Do not force it. A bird must rest on a branch before it can sing. Your mind is the same. Now bring your awareness to your heart. There may be heaviness there, worries that haven't dissolved yet, words left unsaid, moments that never found closure. Do not try to fix them. Simply see them. Each feeling is like a guest at your door. Let them come and let them go. Nothing stays forever. The Buddha's verses begin with a robe, the yellow robe of a monk. But the robe is only a symbol. It represents all the masks we wear to appear pure, wise, or kind. It is the difference between what we show the world and what we truly live within. The robe can fool the eyes, but not the heart. And so the Buddha said, "He who is not free from defilement, and yet dons the yellow robe, is unworthy of it." How often do we, too, wear robes of success, knowledge, kindness, yet carry a storm beneath them? This is where the journey begins, in honesty. When we stop pretending to be calm, we begin to discover what calmness really is. When we stop pretending to be wise, we begin to listen. The night is your teacher now. Let it whisper what the day could not. Let it remind you that stillness is not something to build, but something to remember. You were born with it. You are it. Now close your eyes fully if you haven't yet. Let the sounds around you fade into one soft hum. The body grows heavy, but the awareness stays light, like a candle flame steady in a quiet room. Imagine yourself walking through a forest at twilight. The air is cool. The earth smells of rain. The last golden light of the sun fades behind the trees. You walk barefoot, and each step sinks gently into the soil. You can hear your breath blending with the whisper of leaves. Ahead through the mist, you see a small lamp, steady, warm, welcoming. It glows without smoke, without effort. That lamp is your awareness. No matter how dark the night becomes, that lamp never goes out. Let this be your practice tonight, to rest near that lamp, to watch your thoughts flicker and fade, while you remain still, awake, and kind. You are not the hunter chasing peace. You are the peace that the hunter has forgotten. You are not the noise. You are the silence that holds it. Now take another deep breath. Inhale through the nose, feeling the air expand your chest. Hold and exhale through your mouth slowly, as though the breath itself were a prayer. Allow every muscle to loosen your shoulders, your face, even the space between your eyes. You are ready now. The night is ready to speak. The stories of the robe, the seeker, and the rain are waiting, not as legends, but as reminders of what it means to be human, aware, and awake. When you're ready, gently whisper in your heart, "I am here," and feel the peace that follows those words. Let us begin. In the silence of an ancient forest, where only wind and bird songs moved, there lived a hunter. His name was Dhammapada. To the animals, he was a shadow between the trees. To the world, he was unseen. Each morning, he sharpened his spear beneath a banyan tree. Each evening, he watched the herds return to their pools, their eyes calm, their steps slow. But inside the hunter's heart, there was no calm. There was hunger, not only for meat, but for power, for the illusion of holiness, for the respect that true sages received when they walked by. One day, as he hid among the bushes, he saw something that stayed with him. A line of elephants walked softly through the woods, and as they passed a group of Paxikabuddhas, silent monks who had awakened on their own, the mighty elephants bent their knees and bowed. The hunter's eyes widened. The robe. It was the robe they bowed to. The saffron cloth that flowed like sunlight over still waters. That night, the hunter lit a small fire. Its glow flickered across his face as he stared at a stolen piece of yellow cloth, a robe torn from a monk's hut. He draped it over his shoulders, felt its weight, and whispered to himself, "Now they will bow to me." The next morning, he walked the forest path dressed in that robe. His spear was hidden beneath the folds. As the elephants came, they saw the color they had learned to honor. Their great bodies sank to the earth in reverence, and the hunter struck. One by one they fell. For many days, the forest echoed with the cries of innocent beings, deceived by an image of holiness. But one day, the leader of the herd, an old and wise elephant, noticed the pattern. Each time they bowed, one of them never returned. He decided to watch from the rear, his large eyes calm but awake. When he saw the figure in yellow standing ahead, he paused. The scent was wrong. The robe was right, but the heart beneath it was wrong. He walked forward carefully, pretending to bow. Then, when the spear rose, he turned swiftly and caught the hunter in his trunk. The spear fell. The hunter's breath froze. The elephant lifted him high, ready to crush him against the ground. But as his gaze fell upon the robe, the elephant stopped. He saw not the man's cruelty, but the sacred symbol of the robe, a sign of compassion and truth, though falsely worn. Out of reverence for what the robe represented, he lowered the hunter gently onto the ground and said, in the language of silence, "The cloth cannot make you pure. The color cannot make you wise. The robe covers your body, but not your heart." The hunter fell to his knees, trembling. The robe suddenly felt heavy, like stone upon his shoulders. He tore it from his body and wept into the soil. Years later, when the Buddha spoke to his disciples, he remembered this story. He said softly, "He who is not free from defilement, and yet dons the yellow robe, is unworthy of it. But he who has discarded all defilements, who is calm, who speaks truth, he alone is worthy of the robe." And the monks understood. The robe is not fabric. It is the symbol of the mind's purity. When the heart is pure, even a threadbare cloth becomes a robe of light. But when the heart is impure, even gold-stained silk becomes a disguise for suffering. Pause here for a moment. Let that wisdom settle into you like cool rain on warm soil. Close your eyes. Take a slow breath in through your nose. Let it fill you from the base of your spine to the top of your head. Now exhale softly through the mouth, releasing any tension. Imagine yourself standing in a forest, just as the hunter did, but this time without pretense. The air is calm. The ground is soft beneath your feet. You wear nothing but honesty. No mask, no robe, no title. Only your breath. Each inhale cleanses. Each exhale empties. With every breath, you remove one false layer. Pride, fear, desire, comparison. They fall away like autumn leaves. What remains is clear and simple. Your true being, gentle and awake. Now imagine a soft light appearing before you. It moves closer, warm and kind. It touches your chest and spreads through your body like golden peace. This light is truth, not an idea, not a belief, but a presence. It has no name, no color. It simply is. Breathe with it. Feel your heart expand. The world outside fades. You are not hiding anymore. You are not pretending. You are just here, aware, present, free. When the hunter dropped his robe, he also dropped his illusion. You too can do this, not by renouncing the world, but by renouncing the falsehoods you carry within. You can live truthfully, even in the simplest breath. Now, rest in that space between breaths, the stillness before the inhale, the quiet before the next thought. That silence is your true robe. It is what the Buddha called purity. Stay there for a moment, and when you're ready, return slowly to your body, to your breath, to the peace that is already yours. The forest fades, the night grows softer, and in that stillness, the story of the robe becomes your own. In the quiet valleys near Rajagaha, two young seekers once wandered beneath the open sky. Their names were Upatissa and Kalita. They were born into comfort, yet their hearts carried a question that wealth could not answer. Every pleasure they tasted left an aftertaste of restlessness. Every festival ended in silence that felt too deep to fill. One night, during a great gathering, the two friends sat beside each other and watched the dancers swirl, the drums echo, the crowd laugh and cheer. But all Upatissa could think was, everything ends. The lights would fade, the music would die, the faces would vanish. Even his own body would one day turn to dust. He turned to Kalita and said softly, "My friend, do you not feel it too? The joy that fades even as you reach for it." Kalita nodded. The same truth had been growing inside him, quiet but steady. They made a promise beneath that night sky. We will seek what does not fade. Their search began the next morning. They left behind their families, their comforts, and their villages. They walked across lands and seasons, from one teacher to another, listening, questioning, practicing. Yet each path led them to words, not truth. One teacher spoke of sacrifice, another of silence, another of breath. But none could show them the peace that stayed when all else dissolved. At last, weary and hollow, they returned to their home region, still bound by their promise to each other. Whoever found the truth first would tell the other. Days passed. Then one morning, Upatissa wandered through the streets of Rajagaha and saw a monk walking with serene composure. The monk's eyes were calm like still water. His steps made no sound. His presence was not heavy, but it changed the air around him. Upatissa followed him quietly and asked, "Venerable sir, your face is peaceful. Who is your teacher? What is your teaching?" The monk smiled gently. "I am a disciple of the Blessed One, the Buddha. He teaches the cause of all things and their cessation." "Please," Upatissa said, "tell me more." The monk nodded, and with a calm voice spoke a single verse. "Of those things that arise from a cause, the Tathagata has explained their cause, and also their cessation. Such is the teaching of the great sage. Upatissa listened. The words were simple, but they opened something vast inside him. It was as if a door he had long searched for suddenly appeared, not in the world, but in his own heart. He felt light, free, awake. In that moment, he saw the truth of arising and ceasing. Nothing needed to be clung to. Everything was flowing, like breath. He bowed deeply and hurried to find Kalita. His eyes shone with quiet joy. "Friend," he said, "I have found the path. The Buddha has appeared in this world." Kalita listened as Upatissa repeated the verse. And as the last words fell into the silence between them, something shifted within Kalita as well. He, too, awakened, not by effort, but by recognition. The two friends kept their promise. Together, they walked toward the Buddha, carrying no offerings but their devotion. When they met him, they bowed and entered the path as monks. Their old teacher, Sanjaya, refused to join them. "I am a teacher," he said proudly. "Why should I become someone's pupil? The wise will follow him, but the foolish will still come to me." And so, he stayed behind, caught in the illusion of knowing. Later, the Buddha spoke gently to his disciples. "They who take untruth for truth, and truth for untruth, can never reach the truth. But they who take truth for truth, and untruth for untruth, walk rightly and reach the essence of the Dhamma." Pride had blinded Sanjaya. Humility had opened the eyes of Upatissa and Kalita. We are all walking that same path between pride and humility, between the known and the unknown. Each time we admit, "I do not know," the heart becomes a little lighter. Each time we listen with sincerity instead of defense, a door opens. Now, dear one, close your eyes again. Let your body soften. Let the air move slowly in and out of your lungs. Breathe in humility. Breathe out pride. With each breath, imagine a little dust falling away from a window. This dust is made of certainty, of the need to be right, of the weight of opinions. And as the dust falls, the window clears. Through it, a soft light enters, quiet, golden, patient. It does not push. It simply waits for you to see it. This light is truth. It does not belong to any person, book, or belief. It belongs to silence. Now rest in that silence. Notice how stillness feels, not as emptiness, but as peace. You do not need to find truth tonight. You only need to stop running from it. Let your breath do the seeing. Inhale awareness. Exhale all effort. You are already walking the path. You always were. And as you sit within this calm, remember the two seekers. How their search ended not in finding something new, but in recognizing what had always been there. The scent of truth is not carried by the wind. It rises from within, like the fragrance of a flower that has finally opened in the light of understanding. Stay here for a few more breaths. Then, when you are ready, open your eyes softly. The path continues, not in the forest, not in scriptures, but in the quiet heart that learns to see. When dawn touches the edge of the world, there there is a moment before the light appears, a thin, trembling silence between night and day. It is in that quiet that truth is easiest to see. But the mind rarely waits long enough. It rushes ahead, trying to name, to decide, to judge. And in doing so, it misses what is simple and clear. The Buddha once said, "They who take untruth for truth will never reach truth, for they walk in wrong view. But they who see truth as truth and untruth as untruth walk rightly and reach the essence of Dhamma." Seeing clearly is not about looking harder. It is about seeing without distortion, without the fog of opinion, without the lens of self. There is an old story the monks tell. One day, a man found a coiled shape in the path ahead of him. The dawn was dim, the shadows long. He froze, certain it was a snake. He stepped back, fear quickening his heart. He waited, eyes locked on the shape. Then, as the light grew, he saw it was only a rope, harmless, resting quietly in the dust. How often we live our lives mistaking ropes for snakes. How often fear and judgment come first, and truth waits behind them, silent and patient. The Buddha's words do not only speak of wrong beliefs about the world. They speak of the subtle illusions of the self, the idea that we are separate, permanent, or superior. These illusions blur the vision like smoke on glass. And in that haze, we take untruth for truth. To see truth as truth, one must clean the mirror of the mind, not by wiping it forcefully, but by letting the dust of craving settle. Stillness reveals what effort conceals. You may wonder, how does one live in truth? It begins with small, gentle honesty. When anger arises, say, "This is anger." When fear arises, say, "This is fear." Do not fight it. Do not feed it. Simply recognize it. When you stop pretending, illusion loses its power. There was a monk once who asked the Buddha, "What is wisdom?" The Buddha replied, "To know what is as it is. That is all, not as we wish it to be, not as we fear it to be, simply as it is." In the same way, when we suffer, the mind says, "This should not be happening." But truth whispers, "It is happening." When we accept what is, we stop creating a second suffering, the one born of resistance. The Buddha did not promise that awareness removes pain. He promised that awareness removes ignorance. And when ignorance fades, pain transforms into understanding. So tonight, as you lie here listening, allow yourself to rest in awareness. There is no need to fix anything, no need to chase meaning or control. The truth is not somewhere else. It is already present in the breath, in the stillness, in the soft rhythm of your heart. Close your eyes gently. Take a long, slow breath in through the nose and let it travel deep into your body. Hold it for a moment, then exhale softly through the mouth, letting the air carry away all confusion. Now imagine a calm lake before you. The surface ripples with movement, thoughts, emotions, plans, regrets. Do not try to stop them. Simply watch. Each ripple moves, changes, and fades. Now picture the wind dying down. The lake grows still. The surface clears like polished glass. What do you see reflected there? Look closely. The sky above, the trees, your own face. This is how truth appears, not forced, not created, but revealed when stillness is allowed. Breathe in again. Feel the body resting heavy against the earth. With each exhale, let your thoughts become lighter, less demanding. You are the watcher of the ripples, not the ripples themselves. You are not your worries, your memories, your name. You are awareness, spacious, quiet, unshaken. Now, let a small smile touch your lips, the kind that rises not from joy, but from understanding, the kind that says, I see. The night around you is silent. The air moves softly against your skin. Everything is just as it should be. Nothing more needs to be added, nothing taken away. When you open your eyes, you will still be in this world of forms and sounds, but something inside you will be quieter, a little clearer, a little more awake. For seeing clearly is not the end of the path. It is the beginning of peace. And as the Buddha said, the essence of Dhamma is not found in books or temples, but in the simple act of seeing things as they are. Stay in this stillness for a few more breaths. Let your breath be slow, your awareness steady. Let truth reveal itself not as a voice, but as silence. In the city of Kapilavatthu, where golden rooftops shimmered beneath the sun, a great celebration was underway. The air smelled of jasmine and sandalwood, drums echoed through marble halls, and silken banners rippled in the warm breeze. It was the day of Prince Nanda's wedding, the cousin of the Buddha himself. Nanda was young, graceful, and deeply loved. His bride, Princess Janapada Kalyani, was said to be as radiant as the morning star. Together, they looked like a painting come alive, beauty and promise wrapped in royal cloth. But within the celebration, the prince's heart was not entirely still. Beneath the joy of ceremony, there was an undercurrent, a small, unspoken restlessness. As he stood near the palace gate, the Buddha appeared. He had returned to his home city after many years, no longer as a prince, but as a monk clothed in the simple yellow robe. The crowd fell silent. Even the music seemed to bow before his presence. The Buddha said nothing. He simply extended his alms bowl. Nanda, out of respect and reverence, took the bowl and offered food. The Buddha accepted it quietly and began to walk away, still holding the bowl out, as if expecting Nanda to follow. Out of courtesy, Nanda walked alongside him, perhaps only for a few steps. But the Buddha did not stop. He walked past the gate, down the steps, through the garden, beyond the palace walls, into the long road that led toward the monastery. Nanda kept following, each step taking him further from the life he had known, from music, fragrance, jewels, and his waiting bride, who called out from the balcony, "Return soon, my lord." Those words followed him like a golden chain. But when he reached the monastery, the world had changed. There was no music there, no no color, only quiet faces, robes the color of earth, and the soft murmur of chanting. There, in the midst of that simplicity, the Buddha turned to Nanda and said, "You have already taken a step toward peace. Complete the step." And Nanda, bound by devotion and confusion, entered the order of monks. The palace became memory. The robe replaced his jewels, but peace did not come. At night, he thought of his bride. Her face, her voice, her perfume, they filled his meditations like echoes in an empty hall. He sat among monks, but felt like an imposter. His body was still, but his mind was aflame. He missed the palace, the laughter, the warmth of her touch. He had traded everything for silence, and that silence now felt like a cage. The Buddha knew. He saw the restlessness growing within Nanda like a storm behind calm clouds. But he did not scold him, nor did he send him back. Instead, one morning, the Buddha said, "Come, Nanda, let us walk." They walked together until the world below seemed to disappear. Through the power of his awakening, the Buddha showed Nanda the celestial realm of the Tavatimsa heavens, where radiant beings dwelled in perfect grace. Their beauty was like starlight woven into form. Their presence was serene, untouched by desire or decay. The Buddha said softly, "These are the heavenly beings of Tavatimsa. Compared to them, how do you see your princess?" Nanda blinked in awe. "She is beautiful, Lord," he said. "But these beings, they are like the sun beside the flame of a lamp." The Buddha smiled gently. "If you practice the Dhamma with sincerity, such beings may one day be your companions." And with that, they returned to earth. For a while, Nanda practiced with new enthusiasm, driven by the hope of that divine reward. But the other monks saw through him. They whispered among themselves, saying, "He trains for the sake of beauty. He practices not for liberation, but for desire." The words pierced him like arrows. He felt shame rise within him, deep, burning, unrelenting. For the first time, he saw himself clearly. He realized his effort was not for truth, but for escape. He had simply replaced one desire with another. He withdrew into solitude. He sat under trees, in caves, by rivers. He meditated until the nights turned into dawns, and the dawns into stillness. Slowly, his mind began to settle. Thoughts of heaven faded. Thoughts of his bride softened. Desire loosened its hold, like dust falling from a robe. And one day, the flame went out, not in despair, but in peace. He had seen through the illusion of longing. In that moment, he awakened free, tranquil, untouched. Later, the Buddha said to the monks, "Nanda's mind was once like a house with a broken roof, where rain leaks and soaks everything inside. But now, it is well-roofed and strong. No rain can enter." The monks bowed in silence. They understood. Our minds, too, are like houses. When the roof of mindfulness is missing, every desire, every sorrow, every craving seeps in like rain through cracks. But when the roof is built, beam by beam through awareness, discipline, and love, nothing can disturb our stillness. Close your eyes. Take a long, soft breath in through your nose. Hold it gently, and then exhale through your mouth. Imagine a small house standing in the rain. The drops fall heavy on the roof, some slipping through the cracks. Inside, the floor grows wet, and the wind whistles through open spaces. This is your mind when it forgets to stay present, open to the storms of desire and fear. Now picture yourself repairing it. With each breath, you mend a beam. With each moment of mindfulness, you seal a leak. You do not rush. You work gently, patiently. Feel the rain soften. The roof strengthens. The sound of dripping fades into quiet. Now you stand inside, warm and safe. The rain still falls outside, but it no longer touches you. That is what it means to live with awareness, not to escape the world, but to stay untouched within it. Breathe in peace. Breathe out craving. Breathe in stillness. Breathe out restlessness. Let the palace fade. Let the rain pass. You are the house that has found its roof. Rest here a while. You do not need to return anywhere. Peace is already home. The days passed quietly in the monastery. The birds still sang at dawn. The monks still walked barefoot to the village for alms. The bells still rang at twilight. Yet for Nanda, time felt suspended between two worlds. His robe was light, but his heart was heavy. He had taken the vows of a monk, but desire still whispered softly within him. Whenever he closed his eyes, the face of Princess Dhammapada Kalyani appeared, her eyes, her laughter, the way she had called him back on the day he followed the Buddha. Even the scent of rain on the earth brought memories of her touch. One evening, while Nanda sat near the Bodhi tree in half-hearted meditation, the Buddha approached him. His voice was calm, as if he had already seen through Nanda's restless heart. "Nanda," he said, "tell me, is your mind at peace?" Nanda hesitated. He wanted to lie, to pretend he was fine, but the truth pressed against his lips. "No, blessed one," he said. "My body sits here, but my mind wanders to the palace. I think of her. I cannot stop." The Buddha nodded, his gaze deep and kind. "Then come with me," he said. Without another word, the Buddha placed his hand upon Nanda's shoulder. In a moment, the world shifted. The trees melted into light, the air shimmered, and Nanda found himself standing among radiant beings. It was the realm of Tavatimsa, the heaven of 33 gods. The air was filled with music that had no instruments, only harmony itself. Flowers bloomed from nothing. Streams glowed with silver light. The beings who lived there were neither men nor women, but forms of pure beauty, serene, ageless, untouched by sorrow. Their radiance was so soft, it did not blind the eyes, it soothed them. Nanda stood still, overcome. "Who are they?" he whispered. "These are the devas of Tavatimsa," the Buddha said. "They dwell in joy, born of their good deeds and purity of heart." Nanda's breath caught as he looked upon them. "They are beyond words, Lord. Even my beloved princess would seem dull beside them. The Buddha's eyes glimmered with quiet understanding. If you practice well, Nanda, and follow the Dhamma, such beings may one day be your companions. And with that, the vision faded, the light dimmed, the forest returned, the air was still. Something inside Nanda shifted. For the first time, he felt inspired to practice, to discipline his mind, to let go of laziness. He told himself, I will follow the Dhamma and earn this reward. He meditated, he fasted, he walked mindfully. But deep beneath that effort lay another seed, the same old desire, now clothed in holiness. The monks soon noticed. They spoke in whispers. Nanda trains not for awakening, but for pleasure reborn. He seeks heaven for beauty, not freedom. Their words reached him like distant thunder. At first, he ignored them, but the echo grew louder. One night, as he sat alone, he heard the whisper inside himself say, "They are right." His mind filled with shame. He had left behind one illusion only to chase another. Desire had changed its form, but not its nature. Whether it longed for a woman or for heaven, it was still longing, still hunger. In that moment of honesty, a strange calm entered him. He began to see clearly. All desire, no matter how refined, still binds the heart, and anything that binds cannot bring peace. He stopped chasing visions. He sat beneath the trees in silence. He observed his breath, his thoughts, his cravings. Each time desire arose, he neither fought it nor followed it. He simply watched until one day it dissolved like mist in sunlight. In that stillness, a deep freedom unfolded. The same mind that once trembled with longing became vast and unshaken. He had found the quiet that no promise of heaven could offer. When he returned to the monastery, his eyes were different, calm, unmoving, like clear water after rain. The Buddha saw him and smiled. "Your mind, Nanda," he said, "was once a house without a roof. Rain entered through every crack. Now it is well roofed. No rain can enter." The monks bowed. Nanda had attained enlightenment, and the Buddha was released from his promise, for Nanda desired nothing, not even heaven. Now, dear listener, close your eyes. Take a deep, soft breath through your nose and exhale slowly through your mouth. Imagine yourself sitting beneath a vast sky. Stars shimmer above, countless and calm. Each one represents a desire, a wish, a longing, a dream. Watch them glow. Then, with each breath, let one star fade gently away. Not destroyed, just no longer needed. With every star that fades, the sky becomes darker, deeper, more peaceful. You begin to see not the stars, but the space between them, endless, silent, infinite. That space is your true nature. Breathe in stillness. Breathe out all grasping. Breathe in peace. Breathe out expectation. You do not need to reach for heaven. You do not need to earn light. The peace you seek is already here, in the quiet awareness behind every breath. Stay here for a few breaths longer. Feel the silence expand within you. Feel the body soften, the heart open. You are not chasing light. You are the light that remains when all chasing ends. Night had fallen upon the monastery. The moonlight spilled gently over the tiled roofs, glimmering on the edges of trees, catching the slow movements of monks returning from meditation. In the quiet of Jetavana, there was only the rhythm of breath and the occasional sound of rustling robes. Among the monks sat the Buddha, serene and still. His presence was like a lamp that did not flicker. Around him, disciples listened, not only with their ears, but with their hearts. That night, he spoke softly, yet every word carried through the stillness like a ripple across water. He said, "Just as rain penetrates a house with a broken roof, so passion enters the mind that is not guarded by mindfulness. But just as rain cannot enter a well-roofed house, passion cannot touch the mind that is well-trained and well-guarded." The monks bowed, their eyes lowered. They had heard the story of Nanda, who had once been like a house with leaks, every drop of desire finding a way in. But now, Nanda sat among them, his mind sealed in peace. And the Buddha's words were not just for Nanda. They were for all who lived between stillness and storm. He continued, "The roof is not built by wood and clay, but by understanding and presence. A single crack of ignorance lets the rain of craving flood the heart. The wise repair it each day with patience, with awareness, with silence." He paused, his gaze traveling slowly across the gathering. "In the beginning," he said, "you will still feel the rain. You will still hear it on the roof. You may even feel it soak you sometimes. But each time you notice it, each moment you remember to return to your breath, you place another beam in your shelter. One day, the rain will still fall, but you will not be touched by it." Outside, a real rain began to fall, soft, persistent, like the echo of his words. Some monks lifted their faces to the cool drops, feeling the connection between the outer world and the inner teaching. And in that moment, even the rain seemed to listen. Every person's mind is a house. Some are old, with broken beams of regret. Some are new, but fragile, untested by storms. And some, like the Buddha S, are perfectly roofed, untouched by weather, yet open to light. The cracks appear as restlessness, jealousy, anger, craving, small holes through which sorrow slips in. The fixing does not happen once, it happens every day. Every time you notice a thought and let it go, you mend a crack. Every time you forgive, you place a tile. Every time you stay still when your mind wishes to run, you strengthen a beam. You do not need to build it all tonight. You only need to pick up one piece and begin. There is a beauty in this slow work. No one sees it from the outside, but inside, the sound of dripping fades. The floor grows dry. The air becomes still. The Buddha's words were both simple and eternal. The rain will fall, but it cannot harm the well-roofed mind, because storms are not the problem. It is our lack of shelter that causes suffering. Life will continue to bring rain, loss, failure, temptation, noise. But peace does not come from silencing the storm. It comes from knowing you are safe within it. Now close your eyes, dear listener. Take a soft, full breath in through your nose. Hold it for a moment and exhale through your mouth, slowly and completely. Imagine your mind as a small house in a quiet valley. The night is calm, but you can see dark clouds gathering in the distance. You hear thunder, the sound of old thoughts returning. You smell rain in the air, the scent of forgotten fears. Then the first drops begin to fall. They tap gently on the roof. You hear them, but you do not run. You simply watch, aware. Now imagine yourself inside this house, sitting cross-legged on the floor. The roof above you is your awareness, steady, complete, protective. The rain falls, but it does not touch you. It becomes a rhythm, soft and soothing, like a lullaby. Each breath you take is a beam of the roof. Each moment of mindfulness is a tile. Each act of patience is the mortar that seals it all together. The rain continues, but inside it is dry and warm. You realize that storms were never the enemy. They were only reminders, invitations to strengthen the shelter of your mind. Now listen. The sound of rain grows softer, gentler, almost musical. You begin to enjoy it. It no longer feels like a threat, but like a song. That is the shift the Buddha spoke of. When the same world that once frightened you becomes your teacher. Breathe deeply now. Inhale safety. Exhale fear. Inhale awareness. Exhale distraction. Feel the peace of being inside a well-roofed mind. Nothing to fix, nothing to seek, just the sound of rain and the quiet of knowing you are untouched. When you open your eyes again, remember this. Every drop of rain you've endured has taught you something about building your roof. Every sorrow has helped you strengthen it. And now, when the next storm comes, you will hear it not as thunder, but as truth knocking softly on your door. The rain had passed. In the monastery garden, the air was clean and fragrant, carrying the scent of wet earth and mango blossoms. Drops hung like tiny pearls from every leaf, catching the early sunlight that filtered gently through the trees. The world felt washed, not just outside, but within the hearts of those who had listened to the Buddha's words the night before. Nanda sat under a fig tree. His robe clung to his knees, damp from the dew. The world around him shimmered with quiet clarity. He watched the last raindrops slide from leaf to leaf and fall into the soil. Each one vanished soundlessly, yet somehow added to the greenness of life. He realized this is what the Buddha meant. The mind is not a place to keep the rain away forever. It is the soil that learns to turn every drop into nourishment. The Buddha approached slowly, his steps soft on the wet ground. Nanda bowed, his forehead touching the earth. "Rise, Nanda," said the Buddha. "How does the rain sound to you today?" Nanda smiled faintly. "Peaceful, Lord. It sounds like forgiveness." The Buddha's eyes glowed with warmth. You have seen rightly. When the mind is well roofed, the rain of desire no longer brings decay, it brings growth. The storm does not stop visiting you. It simply stops shaking you. Then, turning to the monks who had gathered nearby, the Buddha said, "Before, Nanda's mind was like a house without a roof, open to every passion, flooded by every thought. Now, it is built strong. The rain still falls, but it passes over. His heart has become the ground that receives the rain without drowning in it." The monks listened in silence. Some nodded in understanding, while others closed their eyes to feel the meaning beyond words. Nanda's transformation was quiet but complete. He no longer sought the heavens, nor longed for beauty. He no longer felt chained to the past. His peace was not the peace of isolation, but of understanding. It was not that his heart had turned cold. It had simply become vast, too vast to cling, too clear to be troubled. He began to see that every being, from the smallest insect to the proudest king, lived beneath the same rain. And in that realization, compassion bloomed in him like a new season. He remembered how once he had mocked himself for being a monk out of desire. Now, he smiled gently at the memory. Even that mistake had been a part of his path. Just as rain nourishes the roots unseen, his longing had led him to wisdom. He spent his days quietly teaching others. His voice was gentle, his words few. Often he would say, "We cannot stop the rain, but we can build the roof. And when the roof is complete, even the rain becomes a friend." One day, a young novice approached him and asked, "Venerable sir, will I ever be free of desire?" Nanda looked at the boy, his eyes reflecting the sunlight that danced upon the leaves. "Freedom," he said, "does not mean the sky stops raining. It means the heart learns not to fear the clouds." The boy frowned, not fully understanding. Nanda smiled softly. "You will know one day. When you stop fighting the rain, it will begin to wash you clean." The novice bowed, and Nanda watched him leave, his small figure disappearing into the path lined with trees. Then Nanda closed his eyes. He listened. The sound of dripping water from the leaves had become like a chant, steady, slow, eternal. Each drop a moment, each pause a breath. Inside him, there was no division between the rain and the listener. The world had become a single, continuous rhythm, rising, falling, passing, returning. Close your eyes now. Take a deep breath in through your nose and release it gently through your mouth. Imagine rain falling softly around you. Each drop lands on the ground, the leaves, the water's surface, but none of it disturbs you. You are watching from stillness, sheltered but open. Now notice that the rain begins to glow, tiny threads of light falling from the sky. The sound is delicate, like 1,000 soft chimes. Each drop of light that touches the ground becomes a seed of peace. Each drop that touches your skin becomes warmth. The light within the rain is awareness. The the understanding that even sorrow, even longing, even pain can become luminous when seen clearly. As you breathe in, feel the cool rain of awareness entering your body. As you breathe out, feel all tension dissolve, flowing away into the soil of peace. You do not need to resist anything. You do not need to chase anything. Everything is already part of the same gentle rain. Now, in this stillness, repeat softly in your mind, "May I be calm. May I see clearly. May my mind be well-roofed. May the rain within me bring light, not confusion." Breathe. Let the rhythm of your inhale and exhale merge with the rhythm of the rain. There is no separation between the breath, the rain, the earth, and you. There never was. When you are ready, imagine the rain slowing, the clouds parting. Sunlight returns soft, golden, and calm. The drops of light on the leaves begin to shimmer, like jewels of morning. This is how awakening feels, not an escape from the storm, but the discovery that light was hidden in every drop all along. Stay here, breathing softly, resting in quiet gratitude. You are both the rain and the roof, the falling and the stillness, the storm and the peace after it. The night has deepened now. The lamps in the monastery burn low, their golden light trembling against the walls. Beyond the gates, the world is wrapped in quiet. The trees have stilled, the wind has gone to rest, and the earth breathes softly under the gaze of the moon. You have walked far tonight, from the hunter who wore the robe without understanding, to the seekers who found truth in humility, to the prince who turned longing into liberation. Each story has been a mirror, showing you not someone else's life, but your own. This is Tara. I am still here with you. And before we end this journey, I invite you to close your eyes and breathe, not just to calm yourself, but to feel the stillness that has been growing quietly with each word. Take a long, slow breath in through your nose and exhale gently through your mouth. Again, breathe in awareness and breathe out everything that no longer serves you. The Buddha's verses are simple, but they hold the depth of the ocean. He who is unrestrained and false in speech is unworthy of the robe. He who is pure in conduct, truthful, and free from defilement is worthy of it. They who take untruth for truth walk lost, but they who see truth as truth reach peace. And just as rain cannot enter a well-roofed house, so passion cannot enter a well-guarded mind. These verses are not just wisdom for monks. They are teachings for every life, every breath, because every one of us wears robes. The robe of identity, the robe of status, of appearance, of belief. We move through the world pretending to be someone more confident, more certain, more good than we truly feel. But the Dhamma whispers gently, you are not the robe. You are the one beneath it, tender, imperfect, yet capable of awakening. You have also seen tonight that truth does not shout. It whispers. It hides beneath the noise of your own mind. It is not something to chase, but something to uncover, like a lamp that has always been burning behind the curtain. And you have learned that passion, craving, fear, they are not your enemies. They are the rain that teaches you to build your shelter. Without rain, you would never know the strength of your roof. Without storms, you would never discover stillness. The Buddha did not promise a life without rain. He promised a way to stay dry, a way to live in the world without drowning in it. He promised that peace is not given from above, but remembered from within. Now, as you lie here, let the teachings settle like soft sand at the bottom of clear water. The stories are over, but their essence remains quiet, weightless, alive. Breathe in through the nose. Breathe out through the mouth. As you breathe, imagine yourself walking once more through the forest, the same forest where the hunter once stood. But now it is dawn. The light is gentle, the mist is thin, and the path is clear. You walk slowly, barefoot on the earth, feeling its coolness. There is no fear, no disguise, no race. Only the steady rhythm of your steps and the whisper of your breath. To your left, the trees drip softly from the night's rain. To your right, a stream glimmers, catching the new sun. You realize the forest was never your enemy. The world was never against you. It was your misunderstanding that made it so. Now you see everything as it truly is. The robe, a symbol of sincerity. The rain, a reminder of awareness. The truth not distant, but here, breathing with you. You stop at a small clearing. There, beneath a great tree, lies the bowl of a monk, empty, shining, open. You kneel beside it and gaze at its stillness. The bowl does not demand to be filled. It waits, content, patient. And you understand, the bowl is your mind. Each breath fills it. Each moment of awareness polishes it. And when it is clean, it reflects everything. The sky, the tree, your face, the universe, without holding on to any of it. This is awakening, to be empty enough to reflect all things, but attached to none. Now listen closely. The forest is waking. Birds call from the branches. A cool breeze brushes your skin. You feel the breath of the world merging with your own. Breathe in stillness. Breathe out peace. Breathe in truth. Breathe out illusion. You have walked through ignorance and seen the light behind it. You have sat in the rain and discovered that it carries music. You have followed the robe, only to find that it led you back to your own heart. And now, the night closes around you like soft cloth. The stars look down, countless and silent. The earth holds you as gently as a mother holds her child. You have nothing to fix, nothing to seek, nothing to prove. Only this awareness, quiet, infinite. Let it cradle you as you drift into sleep. Let the breath move softly in and out, like the ocean touching the shore. Remember the Buddha's words. The rain will fall, but it cannot harm the well-roofed mind. So rest, dear one. You are well-roofed now. You are dry, peaceful, and whole. The stories have ended, but the silence they leave behind is where the real teaching begins. Sleep well. May your dreams be gentle. May your mind remain clear. And may the light within the rain guide you always through this night and every night to come.